Baltimore City Sunday. Fuck City Council, fuck the police, any of that tries to stop us. This is our shit.
What's going on, folks? This is your boy BlogXilla here at the Angelica Film Center. We're about to go inside and watch the 12 O'Clock Boys. It's an amazing film about biker boys in Baltimore. It's like The Wire with Willies. It's great. I'm gonna go talk to the director of the film, and we're gonna have a good time. Check it out right here. This is your boy BlogXilla. Let's get it popping.
Were you guys ever nervous while filming this? You guys were in the hood. You were in the hood. You were in the bottom.
No, I think, yeah, probably. Like occasionally. But actually it wasn't that bad. I mean, some people have asked about, you know, if I was worried about getting a camera stolen or something like that, but honestly, it's like you had a free pass just having the camera. I think, you know, everyone wanted to share their stories, and you know, if you film something that you film the wrong thing, I think you can just kind of talk your way out of it. And there were a couple of times when you accidentally filmed like a transaction or something. I remember once when I was filming Hug and his family in West Baltimore, I was sitting by myself for a second, and then I suddenly was surrounded by these 4 or 5 guys, and I think they wanted to check out the footage and make sure that I wasn't kind of surveying what they were doing.
Someone left a comment on one of them and said, "You pretty much glamorize moronic behavior. Regardless if this happens in Baltimore or anywhere else in America, whether it be in the inner city or the rural communities, behavior such as this is not acceptable, and they went way over the line." What do you say to people who think that?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think that's, even if it was moronic behavior, I don't think that's new in movies. Anyway, right? And you know, I think that it's actually, there's some complexity to it. It's obviously dangerous, it's obviously conflicted, and it's full of contradictions. But at the same time, it's a kind of lesser of evils, and it's in the context of a very troubled city and backdrop. And I think there's a conversation around that that's interesting. I think that, you know, we probably have less comments like that and that kind of critique if there was this more three-dimensional argument, you know, if you had, you know, these formal perspectives of the police, of et cetera, but I think you can gather that, you know, you can gather what the opposition would say, and I also think that audiences are smart enough to see that those consequences are implicit in the film.
One of the things that I loved was there was an underlying message, to me at least, of freedom. Like when you were on the bike, it represented freedom from poverty, freedom from your brother dying, freedom from sharing an apartment with, you know, how many had 4 brothers, 5 brothers, and the mother, you know, it was freedom. So was that a conscious thing?
Yeah, I think that that kind of crystallized over, you know, many conversations with the writers. At first, I saw it, you know, at its surface, which was this big, you know, high-octane testosterone, you know, just getting your shit out, kind of be seen, celebrity kind of thing, you know. But yeah, that's born out of something, and I think it's a need for a feeling of freedom. I think it likens to motorcycle groups across the board. I mean, it's freedom through that kind of experience.
I feel like I got to know Pug. I watched him grow from an innocent boy to, you know, what he was, a very, very well-skilled and a writer with a great big vocabulary. Was there anyone in his life, though, who was sort of encouraging him to say, hey, you can take this dirt biking professionally? Because I think he just wanted the name in the hood, but I don't know if there was anyone in his life saying, because there's professional dirt bike riders, you know what I mean?
No, there's a handful of the older riders, too, who like the off-road thing, but motocross is a different thing, you know what I mean? And the point of entry for a kid like Pug into motocross wouldn't necessarily be easy. There was a kid who got some sponsorship in Baltimore who's really good on a dirt bike named Chino. But that's literally the only instance that's happened in Baltimore. You know, someone, am I right?
I mean, yeah, it would just be a lot. That would be so hard to invest in. It's just a lot easier just to get the bike. Just to get the bike is hard. And then, so you have the streets there right there, and you have the access to that. It's hard for them to get to, like, anywhere they'd be able to really do the motocross stuff. Like, when he goes out to those fields with Steven, that was just like a blessing for him, and that's just sort of like a once-a-month sort of situation, where even doing that's hard.
Oh, before I forget, we started a fundraiser for Pugs College on a website called GoFundMe.com. So if you look up Pugs College Fund on GoFundMe.com, you can contribute to his college fund if you felt inclined.
There you have it, folks. 12 o'clock boys. You heard all the answers, the ins and outs of the making of the film. We got to get out of here. They're kicking us out. Theater's closing down. We shut it down. Global Grind, BlogXilla.
What do you tweet about?
I tweet about dots. Frankenstein, he's one of the most beloved characters. He's a monster, but everyone loves Frankenstein. Little kids dress up as him as Halloween.
Very subdued, very quiet, very reverential to being, he's a huge fan of comedy and he's a huge fan of the original Anchorman. And he just kept saying,